Bray has the administrator's view of what's
Thank
going
you.
on.
Mr. Gray.
Thank you, Chair Nolan, Co-Chair Schrader, and members of the committee and staff. For the record, I'm Doug Bray. I'm the trial court administrator in the Circuit Court of the State of Oregon for Multnomah County. Today we celebrate the birthday of this great state. And one of the curious things about this birthday is that if you were a clerk of the court in 1859 and you came into a courthouse today in our circuit court system, you would find that we are using exactly the same kind of paper-based techniques to maintain all the court files of information. Nothing has changed in that regard in over 200 years. We rely on paper. We rely on people to walk it in the door, to mail it to us. We handle each document, we safeguard it, and we spend a lot of resources to do so. The volume of documents just in Multnomah County alone is enormous. We have over 4 million case files in our archives. That's increasing at about 200,000 files a year. Each year we have around 35,000 cases active at any one time. And each day we get about an 8-foot high stack of paper that is walked into the courthouse, mailed to us, or generated by orders of judges in acting on matters. All of that documentation has to be handled on a document by document basis through the rest of the history of that case. And it's incredibly labor intensive. Access to documents hasn't changed much either since 1859. You may come to the courthouse in a Prius now and not ride the energy efficient horse, but you still have to come to the courthouse to see a document. Or you have to write to us and wait the weeks it takes to respond. There is not an efficient way for the business community, for law enforcement, or for the public to access documents that would be perfectly adequate to have a broader base of access through current technology. Our case management system, as Judge Marcus has pointed out, is very antiquated. It represents the best of the 1970s decade when the programming and the database structure on which it was built were state-of-the-art. I love the 70s, but I'm glad they're gone. I'd like to have the case management system gone as well. We need to upgrade our case management system. The biennial expense of working with paper-based documents and a case management system that is incapable of sharing information or having information displayed on the web is enormous. In Multnomah County, we have 34 staff that do nothing but put papers in files and safeguard files. We have 40 staff who answer the phones to tell people who call in what information is in our case management system about their case. It makes no sense in today's environment when almost anyone can go to the web and find out any piece of information that they need to know. Just for the paper and the staffing, just for maintaining the paper in Multnomah County, we spend about $4 million a year for those staff. Statewide, we think that number is about $15 million a year, just in maintaining paper, receiving paper over the counters, and allowing people to have information that's in a computer system on a case base, but cannot be shared really efficiently with the public. That investment would be better used on the kinds of issues that Judge Marcus has raised, on expanding the circuit court services to the public safety community, to the safety and welfare of children and families, and to the business community. There's enormous pent-up demand for access to the documents we have and to the information we have in our case management system. I want to take just a second to talk to you about what is included in the Chief Justice's eCourt proposal. First of all, it provides for a web-based access to information, and it is foremost to put information that we have, that people need for their business, for their personal lives, for their professional duties, into a system where they have access to it 24 hours a day. Secondly, it allows parties to electronically file information with the court. There would no longer be a need to come to the courthouse to file documents, to pay filing fees, and will allow people to obtain basic court services such as paying financial obligations over the internet. Very simple stuff that we do every day in the commercial world, and we would like to begin to provide some of those resources to the people we serve and the people of the state of Oregon. The eCourt is designed to be phased in, and the purpose of our appearance today is to request funding for Phase 1 and 2. The plan for Phase 1 and 2 does not involve a general fund expenditure. It does involve authorization for debt, and that's what we're requesting. But it gets us started. And eventually, sometime, we have to start on this journey. I realize that the economic cycle is not advantageous for the issuing of debt at this point. But in terms of an investment to make, in terms of the value it gives, I think it's a great investment to make. And I would hope that you do too. There's been a lot of planning put into this. The courts and the judges are ready for it, and we would really ask that it not be put off to the next biennium consideration for the budget. That's all I have. If there are any questions.